Hey, what's up everyone? This is Kreadiv, and welcome back to episode 3 of Kreadiv's Guide to Kensei. In this episode, I'm only going to cover one tool for Kensei that is really undervalued, and that is Superior Block. There's two reasons why Superior Block isn't used often. Number one is you're only granted a 25 damage heavy off of a guard break. Number two, surprisingly enough, there are still a good amount of people that don't know Kensei has Superior Block properties on dodge. And with that being said, let's jump into it. To start this off, we'll start with the basics. With Kensei, your guard switches in the direction of your dodge. This can be useful, but also means you're open to an attack every time you dodge in the wrong direction. To perform a superior block, dodge in the direction of an attack on parry timing. One way that I like to bait out top attacks is I block in the direction of my opponent's zone. In this case, against Warden, I block left, which limits his options to shoulder bash, side lights, or top light. A casual player would often go for the top light or side light, and maybe even heavy feint, but Warden's playstyle at high level mostly revolves around shoulder bash mix-up. A landed superior block grants a heavy for 25 damage. Whether you superior block a light or heavy, the punish is the same. Why only 25 damage? My guess is that attempting superior block is a bit more safe than going for a deflect. As you can see here, as the Warden feints heavies into guard break, I am still able to counter guard break. In order to punish a Kensei going for superior block, the guard break has to occur early or towards the end of the dodge. Very similar to Raiders. A heavy feint into a light attack won't work, and neither will heavy feint into heavy. Even if you fall for the feint, Kensei has a soft feint dodge on all top heavies. In my experience, there's really only one hero that can consistently punish any superior block attempts, and that is Berserker. Superior block is really useful against heroes that rely on a top light, especially Shaolin's 400 millisecond light, which is hard to parry on reaction, and Lawbringer will have a 400 millisecond top light as well. One option you can do to confuse your opponents is Superior Block into Helm Splitter or Nature's Wrath mix-up. I rarely ever use this. Also, Nature's Wrath is not confirmed on Superior Block. You can also confuse your opponents by going into an unblockable mix-up. But if you plan on doing an unblockable anyway, just guard break, side heavy, top heavy. More damage, more pressure. Helm Splitter is not confirmed on top light superior block. Guard break is always the best option. I ran tests on all heroes for confirmed superior block on side heavies, so while this plays through, there's a few things I want to talk about. Why you should go for superior blocks. In my opinion, superior block is much safer than going for a parry. You get less damage than a parry, but with less risk of getting punished. With that being said, superior block is not 100% safe. There are times I experienced not being able to counter guard break or getting hit by a 500 millisecond side light after a top heavy. But I believe in those cases it was because latency. So don't let that stop you. Superior block is one of Kensei's most useful tools, and it is really undervalued. If you are looking to master Kensei, then superior block will definitely help you along the way. I won't be covering side heavy superior blocks into Swiss Strike, because I found it to be super inconsistent. If you do happen to hit a side heavy superior block, go for that guard break. Also know that Kensei's side dodge does not have the same properties as the forward dodge. If you get baited to dodge to the side, you will get tagged with the guard break. So if you plan on going for superior blocks, only go for top attacks. And on one more thing.
No.
I found that attempting to hit a side superior block mostly results in a completed dodge, which in some cases already grants a guard break. So just dodge into guard break or dodge into Swiss Strike. You can also superior block a zone, but most zones are reactable with the exception of Peacekeeper, which superior block grants nothing, which also means superior block does not guarantee anything on side lights. In my last video, I mentioned I see Kensei more of a counter-attacker, and superior block is the main reason why. I found that adding superior block to my playstyle really improved my Kensei gameplay, and I hope it improves yours as well. I actually wanted to be able to teach everyone when to superior block, but after I sat down and started to think about it, I came up with the conclusion that there's no real way for me to teach you when to superior block. It's sort of like an instinct. The best I can do is show you situations in which I choose to superior block. But there are many times where I react to superior block on a top light instead of going for an obvious parry. Because that's just what my fingers pressed. It's just muscle memory. But like I tell anyone who wants to improve at the game, just keep playing. It's important to realize your mistakes and learn from them. Yes, there are certain heroes that are S tier, making it nearly impossible to beat them in a 1v1, but it is possible. So instead of focusing on the fact that you lost to an S tier hero that takes no skill to use, focus on what you could have done better. It is possible to beat S tier heroes in duels, even at high level, and there's always room to improve. Using this mindset is what made me a better Kensei and a better gamer. So when I lose a match, it isn't because of my opponent's hero choice, it's because of the mistakes I made during the fight. But devs, please balance the game. We're all waiting. Now that's all I have to say during this portion of the video. So we're gonna go through the not confirmed guard breaks off of side heavies, and I'll be back when it's done. For maximum damage off of a superior block, it's best to use this when you're near a wall. You get a guaranteed unblockable for 45 damage. You can even use it to ledge, but be careful not to get baited. Now here's just two instances where I choose to superior block or parry. These are just examples of when you can superior block. And in this case, I choose to parry. Like I said, it's all just muscle memory. And it just takes practice, so just keep playing. And that will be the end of episode 3, Kreativ's Guide to Kensei. I just want to give a quick shout out to my cousin Easy Dreezy. Thank you so much, bro, for helping me with this guide. You know, one love. I just want to say I'm super stoked for the Hitokiri and Raider rework tomorrow, and I look to see you all on the battlefield. Have a good day. Peace.